Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to round 3 of the Club Day Masters here at Oran Park Raceway, a track that used to be around in real life, but unfortunately has now been set in the digital archives to be used in the digital world. My name is Isaac Edwards. Joining me in the comms box is Jonathan Hancock. Jonathan, good evening and welcome to Oran Park.
Good evening, Isaac. Thank you for having me here this afternoon.
No
What's
worries.
your thoughts on the track here tonight?
Well, I'm actually feeling quite sad because this year is 10 years since Oran Park closed permanently, and in its place is now housing development. But from what I've heard, that this scan of the track was made approximately a day before the track was demolished for good. So, for those who may not know, the track was set on the outskirts of Sydney in a town of Narellan in New South Wales. And I believe this was the only track in Australia in a figure-of-8 layout, because the kart section, which is where these cars go through the famous Yokohama Bridge, which has been around since it first started. So qualifying is currently underway. Most of the guys are on their outlaps at the moment, as we already get a purple sector from our championship leader of Jack Boyd. There's a little graphics update we just put out that shows where the championship leader is. He is in yellow, while the rest of the guys are in blue. So you get to see who is your championship leader, and Jack Boyd goes fastest in a minute 18.1. Glenn Boyd does an 18.4, so that's 3 tenths slower than his son. As we see a few hip and shoulders already during qualifying. Alex Malone currently in third with an 18.6. 6.7, sorry. But as more drivers put their laps down, Steve Owens has gone second with a minute 18.3 on a track that he's very familiar with, because he's raced it here in real life. So trying to 2.6 kilometer track. Philip Pediso was holding up Jack Boyd, so I reckon this lap may be a bit ruined. Little horse Paradiso comes very close to wiping out, but he does a minute 17.868. That is insanely quick for the young gun who, I believe, raced in V8 Scops last night. And one thing I'm noticing about this track, there's barely any breathing room. Plus, how narrow some of the road is. It's actually showing up a couple of issues in terms of hot lappers not being able to pass traffic safely.
Yeah, it's definitely a very narrow track here.
Definitely. Just like it was in real life. See, whoa. What was that? Just went up. Travis Lindorf just gone in hard at turn 2. So, Jack Boyd's possibly about to go to do another purple lap. Has done 2 purple sectors. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes even quicker. These cars are pretty insanely. There we go. He's done a minute 17.799. We can just pretty much round it up and say minute 17.8. As Michael Yip becomes the second person to go and fly into the 70s, a minute 17.998. But again, with the rounding, you can pretty much say he's done an 18 dead. So it's just
with this being an narrow track, like you said before, it's going to be very important for these guys to qualify well tonight.
Yes, the grid is very important in this track because you get barely any passing room. Steve Owens has gone quickest, a minute 17.771, so he's faster than Jack Boyd by 2/100ths of a second, which is insane. So it looks like Jack Boyd's finally got himself a close competitor. But we could be in for another fast one from Jack Boyd. We just see how it goes. Will he overtake Steve Owen? And he does. It's a minute 17.5. Almost exactly 2/10 faster than Owen. So, as the track temp's currently at 48 degrees. Even though that is insanely hot, we're still starting to get times tumbling. Got 3 minutes left of qualifying to do.
Yeah.
Steve Owen.
As we saw Steve Owen get held up and then he stopped and gave himself some space for this lap that is going to be a quick lap for him, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It's like an F1 trope. If you're knew you're gonna get impeded, just might as well slow down and hope that the next lap will be the best. Steve Owens actually come to a complete stop under the Yokohama Bridge. So this is interesting.
Maybe he's having some type of technological issue.
Maybe I'll go back and have a look at what's happened. But it looks like he's just pulled off under his own accord. Nothing too out of the blue. So I reckon he might have just stopped and he's gonna wait for. There we go. He's just started back up. He's trying to go. He's gonna go for a 1 lap, pretty much a 1 lap dash. So that's pretty it's pretty brave, I'll tell you that. But in real life, you wouldn't be able to park there because the session would be red flagged.
Definitely not. We have seen in the past with supercars where they will wait and go around very slowly to give each other lots of space.
Yeah, same with F1. I think most notorious was last year at Italy, where everyone just bunched up with at least a minute or so to, at least 2 or so minutes before the checker flag, and most of the drivers were unable to do a lap because the checker flag came out. So, thankfully, not the case here, as we've got. He just scraped the wall. So he's got at least 30 seconds to do so, but I don't think he'll be able to do the lap because time would automatically transfer over within 10 seconds before coming into Heat 1. But he's gonna gun for it. Oh, Adam Sharp. Nearly wiping out Owen. Yeah, I don't think he's going to finish. I don't think he's going to finish this lap. Be lucky if he does, though.
Yeah, it's not like the real race, and if you don't
Yeah,
take the checkered flag, you can go around again. But
yeah, unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
here we
So,
go for heat 1.
yeah, indeed, here we go for Heat 1. So, Jack Boyd, once again, is your pole, starts on pole. Steve Owen in second by exactly 2 tenths. Then it's Michael Yip in third, Luke Fraser in fourth, Aaron Oliver in fifth, Glenn Boyd in sixth, Sam Lehman seventh, Alex Malone is in eighth, Jack Charles is in P9, and Adam Sharp rounds out the top 10. That's, oh boy, Ivan Fantagiato in 11th, Lee Williams in 12th, Tim Hurst in 13th, Tim Rouse in 14th, Ray Buchanan in 15th, Ben Edwards in 16th, Hayden Jericho in 17th, Damian Cairns is a new addition, is in 18th, Matty Gray in 19th, and Brock Lindorf rounds out the top 20. Then Darren Sharp in 21st, Greg Holmes in 22nd, Matthew Pontello in 23rd, Charles Windorf in 24th, and Philip Bediso rounds out the timed qualifiers in P25. So, 21 lap race. There is a competition caution. Don't forget that. But I reckon there's going to be a lot of action at turn 1 because turn 1 and turn 2 because it is insanely tight.
Well, will Jack Boyd get a good enough jump to come across and cover Steve Owen here, or will Steve have the inside line into 1 and 2?
Yeah, if I was Jack, I would try and go for a good jump and hold off the inside line because that's the preferred line into 1 and 2. And be careful of any stalled cars behind. We don't want to plow into them like what happened with between Mark Larkham and Paul Morris in the year 2000. So the Reds rise now of Heat 1 of Round 3 of the Club Day Masters, and we are underway. And just like before, Jack Boyd off to a blinder of a start as we come into Turn 1 for the very first time. He's weaving around trying to break the slipstream, but looks like Michael Yip's actually had a much better start. Oh, there was a bit of contact there. One car off. Oh, and around. And Jack Boyd just went around by Alex Malone in the United Colors of Benetton. Now, what on earth has happened there? That is remarkable. Oh, looks like he's overstepped the car, and unfortunately, Jack Boyd is the innocent victim on that one.
Yeah, we've seen quite a lot of drivers in that first corner there. Unfortunately, outbrake themselves in qualifying and practice.
Yeah. The back stepped out, and basically Alex became a passenger. There was nothing that he could do. There was nothing that Jack Boyd could have done either.
So let's put Stephen Owen in the driver's seat here.
Indeed. So Jack Boyd. So Jack's gone all the way down to 6th position. And a lot of drivers are pitting now. Just to get their compulsory pit stop out of the way. 3 drivers have already come in. In the first, there's contact everywhere, mainly within turn 2. I know turn 2. Oh, car's around, and up on his rear. That's Travis Lindorf in the 51 car. He is upside down at the Yokohama Bridge. He's escaped to the pits. So that's actually quite frightening to have a crash there, and another car getting a little bit squirmy up at the. Here we go. Isabella here for I think this is P4. We have third place, sorry. Battle for the podium. That's between Michael Yip and Glenn Boyd, Jack's father. And well, that was a bit anticlimactic. Michael pulls into the pits. So Steve Owen's just done the fastest lap, a minute 17.7. So, just heard over the intercom that Damien Cairns has been black flagged for an incident at lap 1, turn 2. Most likely an unrelated incident. But Steve Owen already up to a 2.1 second lead over Luke Fraser behind. Jack's already jumped up to 4th place, so it's been a good recovery, if I have to say the least. But I would think that he might have to pull into the pit soon. Oh, we just heard there's a big crash. Try and figure out what on earth's happened. There's damage on, well, looks like Lee Williams' car. Oh. So, okay, Lee Williams was involved. Was trying to figure out who it was. Yeah. Might be Philip Paradiso. We're not 100% sure. I would think race control will be looking over it to see who would be at fault for that one. Yeah. And yeah, if I was Steve Owen, I would pit now because that safety car could come up and come up all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's got a good lead out there at the moment. We do have 21 laps, so we're only the 5th lap in at this stage. So I don't know. Would you push it a bit further? Or did you go in? You reckon go in?
Yeah. Take the pain. You can take the pain now if you want to maintain the race lead. As for that pit exit is very, very, very badly placed. But the second issue is that now lap traffic, as Brady Buchanan has just pulled out of the way, so Owen could go by.
Yeah, and you notice around this track too that you see those rear discs really glow on these cars.
Yeah, I've just noticed that the rear brake disc glowing at least around 1,000 degrees centigrade. With all the friction that these cars would get. It's had a pretty decent pass on Ivan Vantacciato on Matic Grey. So here we go. Let's look at Steve Owen. What's he going to do? Is he staying out? Yes, he's staying out. Ooh. Looks like he's trying to go for an overcut. Every lap that he does, he runs the risk of being worse off with the safety car.
Yeah, as we see him coming up on the more lap traffic here.
So top 3 is yet to pit. I just got confirmation from race control that Alex Malone's just got a pit lane penalty for the incident with Jack Boyd on lap 1. Radio.
At least Steve Owen didn't cop anything from that touch coming into turn 1.
Yeah, as all. That was almost a touch there with Ben Edwards in the sticker bombed Google machine.
As he stays out again.
He stay. Why? He's got a
Yeah.
3-second lead over Luke Fraser, and outside of that, everyone's within. Oh, Ivan's just got another battle here between Ivan and Jack Charles. As there's almost it sound like almost an oopsie moment coming up and over the Yokohama Bridge. So the top 3 previously have pitted. Steve Owen is yet to pit though. So I wonder if he's trying to gain a lap on everyone else.
His times have dropped off considerably though compared to how he started, so those tyres would be feeling it.
Big time. That's at least he's now 2 seconds slower than he was on the first lap. So I reckon he is coming in for an overcut. Michael, you've just gone fastest with a minute 17.6. And again, Steve Owen stays out. So, yeah. When this safety car is going to come out, Steve's going to be way down the order, at least. I don't know what his strategy is, but I think it's very bold. Very bold. You can't run these tyres for the entirety of the race. And I think it's even fuel cap too. I honestly don't think that he's got the pace to do so, although his last lap says otherwise. He's done a minute 18.6, which is only a second slower than his fastest time. There we go, caution's out. Caution's out. This will seriously hurt Steve Owen. This will seriously hurt him. Hands down. He should have pitted before the safety car came out, so who knows? He may come in for and get some solid points in the bag. But he can't pit on this lap, which means he'll have to wait until he has to do at least a safety car, a lap around the safety car, then come into pit. So this is seriously hurting Steve. Oh, it's gone past the safety car. There you go, he's backing off now. There we go. He's falling behind him now. But look at this. At least half the field is now a lap down.
Yeah.
So the first issue is Steve Bellman hasn't pitted. Second issue is when he does pit, he'll be right down the order with the lap cars. So the drivers who haven't pitted yet, Travis Lindorf and Damian Cairns, which I think Damian Cairns is actually has retired from the race and has disconnected from the server, so he's done an all F4 rage quit. So yeah, out of the all the drop field, they've yet to.
Do you think he's going to stay out and try to run it and get a gap again and come in?
Oh, risky. 100% risky.
Laps.
Yeah. I don't think the fuel is. I don't think there's enough fuel for him to. There we go. He's pitting. He's pitting. He has to pit. There we go. He's in. almost clobbers the concrete wall. But this has seriously hurt his chances of a race win. And I don't think he's actually won a race too, if my statistics are correct.
I don't believe so either.
So,
He's looking good out there out front tonight.
no.
Might see it come back in the second race though if he's starting down the back.
True. That could be another strategy. Cut the losses from this race. And knowing that you'll start from pole position in the second. Oh, would he though? Because he won't be a lap down. He'll, at worst, be P16.
So he'll be a midfielder.
Yeah, he'll be starting in the mid pack. So this is. So here we go. He's out now. Where's he gonna file into? He's gonna follow him, I believe, behind Luke Fraser. No, in front of Luke Fraser in the United Colours of Benetton livery. What? As we, hang on, has it been told to pass a couple of cars?
iRacing must be sorting out some orders.
Must be. Yeah, must be giving him a wave around. There's been no wave around sorted, but I wonder if this is iRacing affiliate. No, okay, here we go. This is pulling up now. I wonder if this is an iRacing affiliated. So, okay, that's weird. So Steve Owen currently side by side with Ivan Bantagiato.
So only dropped back to ninth after all that.
Yeah, ninth. So, are these guys? Yeah. I wonder if it's done automatically through iRacing now. Okay, there we go. I just got confirmation that this wave arounds are actually automatically done by iRacing. So the lap cars will stay lapped while the lead drivers stay on the lead lap. And I think, we'll be going green this lap. So Aaron Oliver in the Penrite car will be your race leader. But he's getting a bit of a hurry up from Jack behind him. So the cars come filing in through. I think the chute. I don't think there's any official names around Oran Park, other than the Yokohama Bridge. But here we go. Cars are getting bunched up now as we get ready to go racing once more. 10 laps to go to the timing gate. Aaron Oliver with the control of the rest of the field at 80 kilometers per hour.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, huge checkup! Huge checkup at the back. Michael Yip just stormed past everyone, but what on earth has happened there? And the thing is, Aaron's done it before the control line. He's going to get penalised for that. You can't brake check someone before the control line. That's a gigantic no-no. So this is throwing Jack Boyd out of the podium. And he's going to He's gonna have to fight hip and shoulder for this one. But he's got 9 laps to go, so this could fly in his favor. But again, who knows? This could be... This race is seriously going on its head. It's just... Seeing people getting black flags left, right, and center. Ooh, Jack Boyce just hit the wall on the outside wall at the final corner. Same with Jack Charles behind him. So he's gone all the way down in 5th.
He's all the way up to 7th. Steve Owen at this
Steve-
stage. He's getting some really bad blocking
Yeah.
by the competitor in front.
Oh, was that Glenn Boyd? Sorry, Jack Charles on Steve Owen. Huge blocking.
Yeah, nearly pushing him out in the dirt on the straightaway.
No. I've always been told block once and that's it. Don't block multiple times and don't block towards a braking marker. It will not end well. I think we're seeing that with Verstappen and car off. Jack Charles. Oh, he got whacked in the rear by Hayden Jericho. Oh, he got turned by Sam Lehman at the Yokohama Bridge. Oh, that was... And I think Sam just had the anchors on throughout the entire... That's sketchy. It looks like Sam had the was lifting, so he wouldn't cause any more calamity. But here we go. Jack is already up to 3rd. So well done on him. Bit of a recovery drive. And Michael Yip already off to a 6/10 lead over himself and Aaron Oliver. Oh, Luke. Steve Owen. He's fighting out there, fighting with Glenn and Luke. So, Lord, 4 off the deck. Does a bit of rallycross. He's gone by all things necessary to try and get past these guys. We all know he's quick. We'll see how he goes into turn 1. He'll have the preferred line, as he does. Same with turn 2. The preferred line's on his... works for him. But Glenn's experience has decided to back out of it just a tad. Don't get involved in anyone else's problems. As Jack Boy's up to 2nd now. So this is starting to become a race in nutrition. And also for sheep stations. So by the last laps, Jack Boyd's done a minute 18.2. Yip's done an 18.6. That is 4 tenths difference between 1st and 2nd. Let's see how he goes this lap. Does a 17.9 over Yip's 18.2. So he's going even faster. He's catching is one thing, passing is another.
As we see Steve
Whoa!
first.
Luke Fraser. just got spun. Spun by Stephen Owen. And Steve Owens quick straight to the pits. I reckon he did a dive bomb and a half. That was...
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It was very unlike what we've seen from him in the last 15 laps.
And he's quit. He's out. He's left the session.
Just looks like he might have got the grass.
Oh, yeah. So now we got this. Oh. Another thing that I think there is an incident count penalty, and Steve Owens only had 12 incident points, so he wouldn't be penalised for that, surely. But oh, Michael Yip was in the grass. He's off. He's upside down. Michael Yip's upside down at turn 2. Jack Boyd's now your race leader. He's cracked. Yip's cracked under pressure. Took a wheel to the grass and it's gone straight. And iRacing doing iRacing things has flipped the car upside down. We're about to show you the replay now, courtesy of Dripping Paint's graphics. His tire was in the grass, and with enough momentum that he had, he hit the wall and flipped it, which is very unfortunate for him. This could have been an absolutely epic battle for the final couple laps, and unfortunately, it looks like Jack Boyd's just been unshackled. It's already pulled a second gap over the rest of the field. So looking now, both the Boyds are on the podium. And this hasn't been the first time it's happened too. This happened a couple of times last season, but we've never had a Boyd 1-2 yet. From what I remember.
I don't believe so.
We've had Boyd 1-3s, but we've never had a Boyd 1-2. So, but Glenn's too far away to battle Aaron, unless Aaron makes a mistake and pretty much hands P2 to Glenn, as Jack's gonna have to deal with lap traffic now. Lee Williams, he gets out of the way quick smart, so well done to Lee. So P4 is currently under pressure between Ivan and Luke Fraser, both in pretty distinctive cars. Ivan in the, what it's called, I think it's a cyan blue, and Luke in the United Colors of Benetton, which, oh no, Ivan's off. A little bit too much under pressure. Again under pressure. I reckon just a bit too deep coming into turn 2, and unfortunately, he has to give up at that spot. This is a very technical track, Oran Park, and you need to make sure you don't dive bomb too much. There's some corners you can tolerate it, but turn 2 is a track where it's pretty much one braking marker and one braking marker only. Unless you are daring and you know that you can keep the car planted, then yeah, definitely go for it. As you now have 2 laps to go to the line. Jack's already seeped out to a 1.8 second gap over Aaron Oliver. Gets a little bit squirmish coming into turn 2. So all the action seemed to have died down a lot. As I said, there's a car off in just on the other side where Jack is. I think that is of Lee. No, that's not Lee Williams, because he's behind Aaron Oliver. But all things considered, I think this win, although I'm not trying to throw the commentary curse on him, although I might have, this has not been easy for him. So, look at that, 2.5 seconds now over himself and Aaron Oliver. Oh, he's gone a tad wide. Keeps the anchors down as we've entered the last lap of the race. Just need to keep it nice and easy, nice and easy. Don't want any big mistakes. Looks like there is a couple of battles, but these drivers are mainly within like a lap down. So I've seen this battle here between Hayden Jericho and Jack Charles coming into turn 1. It looks like that battle might have concluded, unfortunately.
Yes.
Bit of a shame, but what can you do? So here we go, rounding the final corner now. This hasn't been easy for Jack Boyd. He has been dealt with 2 collisions as he goes sideways towards the gantry and will take victory in race 1 of the Club Day Masters, and he does so in style. Given credit, that actually is a pretty cool stunt as it tries to do more Tokyo drifting, albeit not doing very well. He's trying though, that's the main thing. But that was pretty tough for him, I gotta say, admittedly. Rest of the drivers coming towards the line now. Just notice 10 drivers have finished on the lead lap. That's insane. 10 drivers.
Yeah, that is insane. Only 10 drivers.
Yeah, as we see Jack Boyd just lighting it up now. Doing burnouts like nobody is watching him. Although everyone is watching him. There we go. Let's get down to your finishing positions, shall we? So Jack Boyd is your race winner for that one. Aaron Oliver in second. Glenn Boyd rounds out the podium. Then it's Luke Fraser, Ivan Ventagiato in 5th. Jack Charles in 6th. Hayden Jericho in 7th. Sam Lehman in 8th. Adam Sharp in 9th. And Matty Gray rounds out the top 10. Then it's Alex and last of the lead lap drivers. Then we head to the 1 lap territory. Alex Malone in 11th. Greg Holmes in 12th. Philip Paradiso in 13th. Then we head to the 2 lap territory of Brady Buchanan in 14th. Brock Lindorf in 15th. Darren Sharp in 16th. Travis Lindorf in 17th. 3 laps down, Lee Williams 18th. Ben Williams 19th. 4 laps down of Michael Yip in 20th. George Gutierrez in 21st. Matthew Pontello in 22nd. Tim Rouse in 23rd. And your non-finishers were Steve Owen, Tim Hurst, Brett Williams, Damien Cairns and Tane Venables did not make the start. Whew. So let's get a couple of guys up here to do some interviewing. Probably the most fun part of this session. Unfortunately, Glenn Boyd isn't here at the moment, but we do have our second place driver, Aaron Oliver. Aaron, congratulations on the middle step of the podium.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Yeah, it was a bit of a hectic race, that one.
Yeah, it was pretty intense from our end, and even at the restart, I think that one caught our attention. Everyone being checked up at the end.
Yeah, that was a bit of an interesting safety car restart. Honestly, I didn't think the safety car was going to pull in there, so I slowed down for it, and yeah, it was a bit of a bust up.
Yeah. So, he actually did pretty well right up to the end, holding off Jack Boyd.
Yeah, Jack just had the lap speed on me, unfortunately, and he just drove away with it, and yeah, it was a good race by all.
Definitely was. Got any sponsors want to give a huge shout out to?
First of all, to Penrod Oil, Burgess Paint and Panel, Joe Marana from Harcourt's Real Estate, the team JRM, and yeah, that's it.
That's it. Again, congratulations on the middle step of the podium, Aaron. See you again here soon.
See ya.
See us. So that was Aaron Oliver in P2. Let's get our race winner of Jack Boyd. Jack, congratulations on the race win, but that was not easy.
Yeah, cheers, mate. A bit of an eventful race there. Had a bit going on, especially off the restart. Not sure what happened. I think Aaron kind of realised the pace car was still there and smashed the brakes, so that made it interesting. But yeah, still good fun. Now I got to come from the back in the second one.
Yeah, even in the first lap, you were accidentally taken out by I've forgotten who it was now, but it was in the United Colours of Benetton car.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising. I just went through turn 2 and copped a massive hit. Kind of did a 360 or whatever, plucked a gear and kept going. So pretty lucky in that sense. But yeah, it should be a good racing for the next race, and hopefully there's not too many sends at T1 this time.
Yeah, fingers crossed. You got any sponsors want to give a huge shout out to?
Just a thanks to BIM Struck Drafting Services. Thanks, guys.
No worries. So that was Jack Boyd, your race winner for race 1. Further extends his championship lead tenfold. Or not really tenfold, not too sure. But extends his championship lead after what was a very exciting first race here at Oran Park Raceway. So while we're in this middle of this lull, let's give us a bit of a shout out to all the sponsors that we have at the moment. So huge thanks to Abruzzi Raceway Australia, Digital Marketing Tribe, Slipstream Motorsport, Dripping Paints Graphics, the Virtual Motorsport Mentor, and of course Track Games Gourmet. So tomorrow night in Simshed Broadcasting, we have the NTS V8 Evolution Championship racing at the Autodromo Internazionale Monza. Wednesday night is the replay of Split 2. And the Anscar Butcher Cup on the Thursday night. So we're currently 5 minutes into warm up. So that was kind of a bit of a weird race there. Even Jack was quite surprised that he got the hit from crap, forgotten his name now. I think that was Luke Frazier. in the Benetton car that honestly think he lost it coming into turn 1.
Yeah, I think it was just a mistake, and it happens in racing when you're pushing the limits. The limits push back sometimes.
Yeah, same with the restart. We got explanation from both sides, and yeah, they all match up. That now Aaron didn't know that the pace car was still out, so checked everyone up. He knew he didn't mean. I don't think he meant to do that in a pretty crazy sort of way that he did. But yeah, fingers crossed it doesn't happen again for race 2, as the same thing will apply this time around. But this will be very interesting, seeing where most of the drivers will file through here. We got less than 3 minutes to go until race 2 gets underway. So let's get into the championship standings for a bit here. So Jack Boyd with a commanding race lead, championship lead, sorry, at 239 points. Sam Lehman's got 179 points. That's at least 60 points right there. Glenn Boyd actually not far behind. That's at least 6 points behind at 171 points. Michael Yips at 167. So, if Matty Gray's 151 points. If Ivan's had got 138 points. Aaron Oliver with 132. Tane Venables is at 126 points. Ben Edwards with 122 points. And running out top 10, Adam Sharp with 117 points. So, if you get that in mind, if you scratch off Jack Boyd, the battle for second is actually quite close.
Yeah, it is quite close there.
Insanely close. But every race is worth 50 points, I think. So, still at the moment, still every point matters. It doesn't matter if Jack Boyd DNFs, he still have that commanding championship lead. Doesn't matter where he is, it's definitely going to be up top. Always. As our warm-up is done, the checkered flag comes out by the good old Mr. Flagman himself, Barney. As we should be getting ready to go for race 2 of the night. And starting on, well, even though Hayden Jackson is our race control man, although he says he's in first. Tane Venables is MIA, so Damian Cairns is our pole man. Brett Williams in second. Tim Hurst in third. Steve Owen is meant to be in fourth, but he looks like he's a no-show. Tim Rouse in fifth. Matthew Ponello in sixth. George Gutierrez in seventh. Michael Yip in eighth. Ben Edwards in ninth, and Lee Williams rounds out the top 10. Travis Lindorff in 11th. Darren Sharp in 12th. Brock Lindorff in 13th. Brady Buchanan in 14th. Philip Paradiso in 15th. Greg Holmes 16th. Alex Malone 17th. Matty Gray 18th. Adam Sharp 19th. Sam Lehman rounds out the 20. Then Hayden Jarrett Then the rest of the field is Hayden Jericho, Jack Charles, Ivan Vantagiato, Luke Frazier, Glenn Boyd, Alan Holver, and Jack Boyd. As the revs rise for race number 2 of the Club Day Masters here at Oran Park, the grid, it looks pretty empty up the front, and away we go. And, of course, with that huge gap in front of him, Brett Williams goes up to a storming start. It's almost 4 wide coming to turn 1, but it's contact! And it's huge contact! Oh, George Gutierrez involved. There's more cars involved. It's an absolute car park down at turn 2. Cars are smacking into each other left, right, and center. But it looks like the back has absolutely cleared itself. That was a monstrous start.
There's more cars off in the fence now.
Holy dooly! I haven't even finished a lap yet. There's more cars making contact up towards the Yokohama Bridge. Oh. As JP recites a quote from Days of Thunder in the back, that we won't.
Jack Boyd gets rear-ended.
No, I think that was by Sam Lehman, because he's got a bit of damage on the front of his master Miata. Oh boy, calm it down, boys. We don't want any more calamities. Whoa. There's a lot of drivers doing for the pit. That is an ultra block by Jack Childs. Ultra block. Nearly put him in the grass.
Yeah, that was similar to the block that we saw on Steve Owen in the first race.
Yeah. That's insane. Look at this. Jack Childs is about to put a dive on Jack Boyd. Oh boy. Calm it down, fellas.
As Jack's already up to 13th place.
That's pretty good on him to make those positions up, but that didn't go easily for him. Not at all.
No, we can see that by the bent rear end on the car at the moment.
No, this hasn't been an easy race for him, just like in the last race. But yeah, at least he hasn't been turned around yet, so that's a bit of a plus. But he's now coming up to a heavily damaged Brady Buchanan, whose front and back end of the car looks like it's just come out of a demolition derby. Although I think demolition derbies is more than just a bent front end, rear end. There's a car around big time, and off to the embankment. Jack Boyd pits.
Yeah, smart choice. I'm getting out of that traffic while it's all going crazy at the moment.
Yeah, Tim Rouse actually went off and went into the ditch.
Ooh.
So he does manage to get the car going though with the amount of traction that these cars have. But Ben Edwards is currently your race leader by 7/10 over Travis Lindolf. But look at Lindolf's car. That's absolutely bent. Some of these cars do not look good at all. Looks like it looks like something just buy from the wreckers from. Yeah, or a crumpled beer can. True.
Maybe they can get their 10 cents back on it.
Yeah. If the state allows it. Oh, that's a car off. That was a. There we go. Battle for sheep stations here between Jack Boyd and Michael Yip. This was the battle that we should have had. Unfortunately, Yip, nearly crashed. But here we go. Down towards. The couple corners, I think we've lost We lost Jonathan for a sec. I think his net might have dropped out. But at the moment... So Brock Lindorf has just been given a penalty for an incident. Probably that lap 1 calamity. Jack Boyd's up to 13th. He's hunting down Alex Malone in the United Colors of Benetton livery. And he does it. He goes past both of them with relative ease. Oh, Michael Yip follows too, but he whacks Brett Williams off. It says, "See ya later, son." Bit unfortunate there. So Jack Boyd already up to 12th. But he has pitted though, so no issues there for the safety car. Oh, puts 2 wheels on the dirt. That's a bit, Fit, how you doing? So, bit of a battle. I think this is a decent battle here for. I think this is the effective race lead between Adam and Darren Sharp. I'm not 100% sure they're related though. But yeah, unfortunately we cannot show it due to issues outside our control. But it looks like they've just skipped ahead. There's a battle here for cautions out this early. Huh. Very interesting. And I'm not even sure how many people have pitted. I think everyone should have pitted now. Oh no, so the top 7 cars have not pitted. So this has screwed them over big time. So this will mean that Ben Edwards will be your effective race leader as these pit stops are rounded and done. As the field starts to bunch itself up a bit. Oh man. Getting a bit intense here. Wait to see the top 7. So top 6, I believe, pull into the pits. Then we'll be getting your official results. So the official race leader should be jumping up now. So here we go. All going to the pits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ben Edwards is your official. I don't know. He's down in 6. There you go. So there you go. Ben Edwards is your race leader. Ivan will try and slide them. Oh! Right. Yeah, Matty Grace just weaved them. Okay then. Now this has caused a bit of a calamity or two. Jack Boyce just accidentally turned around to Tim Hurst. It was already a lap down, so I don't think that was done with intent. But Aaron Oliver is all the way down in position 22nd. He hasn't shown up yet. But no, Aaron Oliver's the lap will be officially a lap down. So Ben Edwards is currently your race leader, but he's going to have to deal with a car in front of him of Aaron Oliver in the Penrite car, trying his absolute best at it. So the lights have gone off, and it looks like damn it, looks like Aaron's backing off, I would think. No, he's side by side. I don't know what's going on. There you go, he's starting to fall back. So Aaron is falling back now. Probably been told to go towards the end of the line, because Hughes is a lap down. And Jack's taken the go-kart track. That's interesting. But that little moment there might have actually cost him any chance of a podium, because that's gone off the prescribed racing line and just zippity doo dah through the go-kart track. We'll see how that would end up, though. We're getting a little bit touchy-feely at the front. Safety car lights are out. Ben Edwards has control of the field. Hopefully no brake checking like what happened in the first race. Let's find out how it all goes. Safety car falls off now. Green flag is away. And already 3 wide behind him. Ben's done a pretty decent jump, but look at Jack Boyd. Heading towards turn 1. Oh, no, he's not gonna make it. He's off wide and smack into the tire bundle. There was no way he was gonna fix that. Not at all. So that's P2 done and done. So let's see where this will go. The battle lead here with Ben Edwards. Can he hold Jack out? As persistent net issues seem to be plaguing him a little bit. Oh, a little bit slidey there. He's got the preferred line though. Oh, in the inside, right the inside, gets it done. New race leader, Jack Boyd. Take a bow. What a pass. But it ain't over yet though, because he has to seek the lead to the very end. That is side by side and in the wall. But Ben Edwards goes to the 4 wide. Oh, there was a bit of a touch there between Lehman and Yip, but no crash. Well done. I've never seen this position shuffle since playing a game of chess. Was that Jack Boyd wide? He did. Well, he's got a 1.3 second lead, so. Oh, yep. A bit of hip or shoulder goes in the second. So he could be the nearest competitor now to Jack Boyd, who's skipping away. He's checking out, saying, "See ya later, boys. I am hunting down the leader." Shannon Lehman is now in position number 3. So the battle for the podium's actually not over yet. Oh, Luke Fraser. Oh, that's close. That's too close to comfort. Here we go, up towards the final corner. The NRMA Motoring and Services Bend, which was the hosted the... Oh! Bit of a touchdown in the final corner. NRMA was host of the final round of the 2008 V8 Supercars Championship here. It was the very final round of them at Oran Park, which was replaced in 2009 with Sydney Yipsoff. Yipsoff at turn 2. Maybe that's a repeat of what happened last race, gone a little bit too deep. But thankfully not in the wall this time round. So a bit of a sigh of relief there, but yeah, this track was where the 2008 Grand Finale was held at, and where Whincup won his first of what was 7 V8 Supercar Championships. The Grand Finales went to Sydney Olympic Park from 2009, but since 2017 it's been at the streets of Newcastle. So Oran Park does have a lot of history in the Australian touring car scene. They're trying to figure out what is the next move for the rest of the field. Looks pretty easy though now. Jack Boyd up to a 3-second lead. And it's just done the fastest lap of the race. This minute 17.8. So Alex Malone. So the current battle at the moment is between Alex Malone and Jack Charles. And there's a car off in the background, nearly off in the background. That's George Gutierrez in the pink Mazda. Oh, Luke Fraser now. All over the back of Sam Lehman. Oh, right out sideways for Luke Fraser. He's gonna lose a bit of time there. Towards the final corner. His car screaming through. Let's go down to Glenn Boyd there for a second. He looks like he's about to do a pass on Alex Malone in the other United Colours of Benetton livery. Yeah, weeks. Oh, net issues for Malone. Bit of a battle pack here for, I believe that is of the podium. All of them being held up by a few drivers here and there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's this battle here for 6. It's starting to heat up just a bit. I know Glenn's got a run, but look at Jack Charles in front of him in the Monster Energy car. He's going to go around the outside of Hayden Jericho in the Castro car. No, he has to pull it in. He's going to lose out on heaps of time here unless he tries to go for a bit of an aerodynamic slingshot. That's Ben Edwards in the pits. But I think that's already in the pit. Oh, Hayden Jericho just got whacked from the rear. And Jack Boyce dropped out. Jack Boyce just dropped out. No! This puts Luke Fraser in the lead. Hey, welcome back, Jonathan. Just missed the breaking news. Jack Boyce just dropped out. So Luke Fraser is currently your race leader now. Going again. Don't know what's going on. Yeah. But this is huge. So the winning streak that Jack had for this round, for this series, has unfortunately come to an end at something outside of his control. Good old electrical gremlins. But at least there could be another Boyd on the podium. Glenn Boyd going for a battle for third with Alex Malone in the other Benetton car. Man, these Benetton cars are getting Michael Schumacher vibes. Because this was the car that pretty much he came in as a rookie in Formula 1 in the early 90s. Gave him, I think, 2 championships. 95, 96? Or was it... No. Was it 94, 95? Before going to Ferrari in 97 and winning 5 championships on the trot with him. It could also mean that Lewis Hamilton could actually tie with Schumacher for the most amount of championships. Oh, Malone's around almost. This has put Glenn Boyd in third. So at least there is a Boyd on the podium, that's for sure. As we say we have 5 laps to go now. Luke Fraser is currently your race leader. He's now trying to have to dice through traffic. Oh, what a bummer for Jack Boyd. It was looking very, 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 very strong. But not to be. Alex Malone's just been overtaken by Jack Charles as well. So it looks like the top 3 at this current rate is completely fixed. I would think that would be the case. But I'm actually not 100% sure at the moment. Anything could happen, but in knowing motorsport, it definitely will. So, 4 laps to go now. There's a battle here between... What? It looks like there's a battle down here between Darren Williams and... Sorry, Darren Sharp and Lee Williams. How did I screw them 2 together? Absolutely dicing it out, but watch... Yeah, it's the other way to look Fraser! Oh, that's a tap. Bit of flip. So a drive-through penalty has just been issued for Jack Charles, the number 99 machine. But unfortunately, with them having to get it out of the way of lap traffic, this has definitely finished off that battle. So that looks like that penalty was pretty much there and there. Luke Fraser got a second lead on Luke Fraser to the line, and now Brett Williams has dropped. So a couple of drivers are dropping out left a little bit. Hopefully not too badly. Ivan's done pretty well. He's recovering up to 12th spot as he gets a little bit loose up there. Yeah, if you want. So, by the looks of things, Jonathan may not be able to return, so JP's going to step in for the time being.
How you doing there, Isaac?
This is actually becoming a pretty intense race.
Some pretty crazy racing tonight.
Definitely is. So it looks like the rest of the field have barely any battles.
And it looked like Jack had this one in the bag until what we would call in the sim racing world some electronic gremlins came up and took him out of the race, which is a real shame. But it does serve to sort of let the other guys peg back a few points on Jack there and keep things a little interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely would have liked to see him. Well, he's known for being a pretty quick driver. For him in any car, he will do pretty well. But yeah, absolute shame for Jack to have that internet issues. So we would think he'll be back next round. But yeah, what an absolute shame for him.
100%. I mean, he'll certainly be back and he'll be fighting next round. So it's certainly not over and out. We're seeing a car there. I'm not sure who that was, with a bit of damage on. But it is good to see Glenn up in third. So this is gonna really help his championship points a bit. What did we have? His 2 third places, and he almost looks like he's the mover and shaker of the night, making 24 places to get to third. Only one better than him is Luke Fraser with 25 places.
That is quite a bit.
To put himself in first place, yeah.
That is indeed quite a few spots to be made up. But here we go. One more lap to go before the white flag.
And Sam Lehman is doing everything he possibly can to sort of peg back the distance between him and Luke, but that gap is slowly getting longer and longer. Luke is disappearing into the distance.
Yeah, he's currently 2.2 seconds behind Luke. Steady at the moment. It's not getting any worse nor better.
I think these three right now will be thinking about just finishing off the race. It's 2 laps to go for them. They don't want to do anything silly. They're in a bit of lap traffic. They just want to get through these last couple of laps unscathed and bank some points, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Final lap now. Luke Fraser's on. He's just started. And he's coming up to Ivan. So Ivan, that was a good fight back from Ivan after going wide into turn 1 there and smacking the wall. Actually, it was turn 2, I think it was, and smacking the wall. He's now he's gotten himself back to 12th.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good of him. As see that Adam Sharp has just been given the penalty. Ooh, just a little bit wide there for Luke Fraser. As we come up towards the Yokohama Bridge. Once again.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be pushing things too hard for Luke. It's all about finishing now.
Exactly.
Although
Or-
he's monstering those curbs.
Definitely is. Just trying to get as much of a gap that he has with Sam Lehman. That's been jumped off by nearly double.
It almost looks like he's trying to race this as though it's the first lap of the race.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Round the final corner we go. Luke Frazier, I believe, becomes a first-time race winner for the Club Day Masters. He takes victory in the United Colours of Benetton livery,
Fantastic.
just like what Michael Schumacher did back in 1994.
And there, Sam Lehman crossing for a well-deserved second place, and Glenn Boyd in third. So that's 2/3 for Glenn tonight. So he'll be banking a swag of points.
Definitely. Most of the drivers.
There we
finishing off their
go.
race. Oh, honk.
Luke's getting that. Oh, Luke's getting that victory burnout, and now they're starting to look a little bit more like Dodgem cars than race cars banging into each other. But no, well-deserved win. Real shame about Jack, but I mean that's going to happen sometimes.
Yeah, certainly. Nothing else you can really do at this current point.
No, and look, I think the reality is it's not going to affect his lead too much. He's going to lose some points from this race for sure, but he's going to lose enough points just to keep things interesting.
Definitely will be. Definitely will be. So, as Luke tears down the track, one driver going in reverse for some reason.
All right. Well, while we're doing that, while we're watching that driver going in reverse, how about we recap the finishing positions here?
Let's do it. So, Luke Frazier is your race winner. He finishes in first. Sam Lehman in second. Glenn Boyd, double third. Well done to him. Then it's George Gutierrez in first. Greg Holmes in fifth. Adam Sharp in sixth. Hayden Jericho in seventh. Brady Buchanan in eighth. Jack Charles in ninth. And Ivan Van Tagiato rounds out the top 10. And the last of the finishes again. Then it's Alex Malone, a lap down in 11th. Brock Lindoff, a lap down in 12th. Darren Sharp, a lap down in 13th. Lee Williams, a lap down in 14th. Tim Hurst, a lap down in 15th. Matty Gray, a lap down in 16th. Philip Padiso, 2 laps down at 17th. He actually started and finished in the exact same spot. Aaron Oliver is 18th, 2 laps down. Travis Lindoff, 19th, 2 laps down. Matthew Pontello, P20, 3 laps down. And I think we're heading towards our non-finishers of Tim Rouse, Brett Williams, Ben Edwards, Jack Boyd, Michael Yip. Non-stars were Hayden Jackson, his race control, Tane Venables, Damian Cairns, and Stephen Owen.
Yeah, interesting race tonight. While we're waiting for the guys to come up for some interviews, let's go over the championship points and see what's going on with the standings here. We can bring that up. So we've still got Jack Boyd there leading in 250 points, but look at this with Sam Lehman's second place. It brings him up to 225, only 25 points behind Jack. Glenn makes the move, keeps moving up into third with 214. Michael Yip with 177 points. Matty Gray in fifth with 170. Ivan Vantagiato in sixth place with 164. Luke Fraser seventh with 154. Adam Sharp in eighth with 151. Aaron Oliver ninth with 149. And rounding out the top 10, Tane Venables with 134 points. So, I mean, it's still fairly close racing. And over the next few races, anything could happen.
Definitely, anything can and will happen.
Well, let's see if we've got some. Let's see if we've got some guys that we can talk to here. Looks like we've got Sam in the green room, so let's bring him up and have a chat to him.
Will do.
Sam
Sam
Lehman, congratulations, mate. Second place tonight.
Thank you very much. It was that was a lot. Felt like a long race.
Yeah, 21 laps compared to last week. I think you guys only had 15 laps. But even though this is a short track, you don't get much of a break here, do you?
No, it's hard work all the time, and it's you really got to so much focus on carrying your mid-corner speed, and and then the last lap of that race, I actually lost my headphones. They ran out of battery, so I had to try and do it silent. It was really, really weird.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's the strangest thing when you're trying to guess where to shift the gears.
Oh, it's the worst. And then you don't get any feedback from the tires, and yeah.
Well, you kept it in check there, mate. And you got it home in second place. Grabbed a swag of points, and now you're second in the championship point standing.
That's awesome, and I don't know what happened to Jack there, but sad for him. But he's so quick. We'll take it while we can.
Absolutely, yeah. Look, no one likes to see people drop out of the race because of electronic gremlins or internet issues. But yeah, take it while you can.
Certainly will.
So, any shout-outs you'd like to send tonight?
Absolutely, we'll shout out to holding93.com and Innes Motors.
Fantastic. Well, you have a great night, mate. Enjoy that second place, and looking forward to seeing you back on the grid next week.
Thanks, JP.
And let's see if there's anyone else. Let's see if there's Luke or Hayden. I can't see anybody else. I'll tell you what. How about we grab our series innovator Ivan Vantagiato. Let's bring him up and let's see if we can surprise him for a bit of a quick interview there.
Will do. Let's do it.
Ivan, it's JP, can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate.
Ivan, how are you, mate?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good, JP.
Great fight back tonight. You had yourself a bit of a moment there going into turn 2, I think. Just went a little bit too hot on the restart.
I think, I was still a little bit overwhelmed, like starting in P25, and, I found myself through those first couple of laps into P5. And then I had a plan for the restart, but I just didn't expect where Ben positioned his car. He really positioned himself really well, and I put one wheel on the dirt. As soon as I put that wheel on the dirt, she was gone. But fought my way back to P10, and look, it's one of those things. But those first couple of laps, I can't wait to watch the replay. How was it from your view?
It was some pretty intense racing. Some pretty good racing and some pretty questionable racing tonight, but we'll talk about that in due course.
Yeah. I think Oran Park was really, really interesting. I think the undulation and the way this track sort of really plays to these cars. Like, you really, really have a lot of fun racing them, but those first couple of laps, I don't know how I got through all of that.
Well, you did get through, mate, and at one stage, you're looking very, very good, very tidy. I mean, considering the amount of practice you didn't get, that was pretty good, and it was a good fight back, mate. So, any shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Well, shout out to Slipstream Motorsport. Shout out to the guys at Digital Marketing Tribe that gave me the night off, so I can get out here and race. As always, though, a huge shout out to all the volunteers and everyone that makes Club Day Masters possible. SimShed Broadcast, all the commentators, Hayden the DSO, everyone involved. Isaac, who always does a week in, week out, a brilliant job, and overall a huge thank you to all the drivers that turn up every single week to be involved in Club Day Masters. Yeah,
100%. Without the volunteers, and we wouldn't be having a series, and obviously without the drivers, we wouldn't be able to entertain the people watching.
Yeah, no, really, really, very happy, and some amazing racing, and yeah, it's a shame for Jack. What happened with I believe there was some internet issues that made him get out of the race, and but for us all that were chasing him, it's this is what happens. This is all part of the world of sim racing and internet connections. These things can happen, and so bring on round 4.
Definitely.
Absolutely, mate. Well, thanks very much for jumping up into commentary with us, Ivan. You have a good evening, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's another week of Club Day Masters, Isaac.
Whew. That was a pretty intense one.
It was an intense race. I mean, Oran Park, like I said, you don't get much of a break here. It's a challenging track, but when you get it right, it is really rewarding.
Absolutely.
So I think before we say our good nights, we'll just remind everybody that tomorrow night we've got the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. Tomorrow night we're racing at Monza. Close racing. The championship is going to go right down to the wire. There's a handful of points that separates the top 10, so it should be great racing tomorrow night again. On Wednesday night we've got the replay of Split 2 in the NTS V8 Evolution Championship. And as always, on Thursday nights, we bring you the ANSCAR Abruzzi Cup action, so all the stock car action. I can't remember where we're racing this week, but it'll be intense as usual.
Indeed.
Well, anything you'd like to add, Isaac, before we let the people go?
No, not really. Other than it was a pretty close race. Huge shame for Jack, but I reckon he'll bounce back next round.
Absolutely, I'm absolutely certain he will bounce back next round, and we'll see some more close and intense racing. So thanks for asking me to jump up real quick with you and do a little bit of commentating. Thank you to everybody that's watched. Thank you to everybody that's liked the series, the page. We'll be back next week for more. And for now, I think from myself and Isaac, it's good night.
Sure is.
We're out, buddy. Not entirely impressed with tonight's racing, to be honest. Yeah, I think they could have. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. It is a tough track, and those cars, with those MX-5s, they're so closely matched. That things can go a little bit pear-shaped sometimes. Unfortunately, though, it's guys were just losing their minds on the restart and the start of the race. It's just going in way too deep into turn 1. No, agreed. Anyway, it's all done now. I'm going to go inside, have a shower, and enjoy the rest of my evening. As usual, thank you very much, mate, for doing the commentating. And I'm going to catch you next week. All right, buddy, take care.